This window regulator broke probably like 2 weeks ago. I painted the door panel because that was faded, but we got the part in. At least that didn't peel. It was badly faded like the driver's side is. I'm going to be using this time to hold up the window, suction cups. Need the Torx. I just threw the panel back on after I painted it. We got a Torx over here underneath the cap. 7, and that's it. And the panel, oh, we got a clip over there that you just lift up and the whole door panel comes off after you take off that little piece over there. I'm not showing it because I already did it. That gotta come out though. I had to remake this tab too. It was broken. I remade that. It's plastic. This is usually bolted in. I just pulled that out to leave it in without the door module, and the door locks don't work, and it's a nightmare. Alright, this should pop off now. So we got that. Yep. Excellent. You just give it a lift. Oops, door lock rod popped off. These things, they're just these clips, they gotta come off too. You'll be juggling with this though, because this doesn't pop off. This one's the weirdest one. It's just a slide job. You have to push down the center and slide it back. Let's see if I can do it. Probably not. You need a little screwdriver. Push down that, and then you just slide that, and it pulls out. That's off now. Put this on the side, and it probably will rain. I never used these before, but it might come in handy. Suction cup, put them over the top with a cable. You can probably make these yourself, and that should stop the window from crashing. 10 and a 10, and that window's loose. Then I just gotta find the regulator bolts, which I think are here. Obviously I'm gonna need nuts. They give you screws over there, and the new ones have posts. So I got 2 nuts inside. Change the design. Dumbasses. This is like super easy. Should have brought a magnet. You don't have to back these all the way off, you just gotta loosen them. It's like a clamp. A window clamp. That's the window. This is the regulator. I think the regulator has a hook over there. Not that. I think that's part of it. And I usually take this out too, just for extra room, and you can get this moisture barrier out of the way. And that's what happened to it. The cable's all messed up. The cable broke on it. That's how I knew it was an issue. Well, it's 2 in the middle. I think a new one doesn't have these either. People complain about that and how it rattles. I don't know. They gotta cheap out these things. I think they give you a cheap part, so you get rid of it and buy a new one. That's the truth. Then, when you got everything out, you lift it out of those grooves, and the whole thing's just hanging. Now we just gotta fish it out of the door. This hole over here. Yeah, people complain about it. See, now we're not using this bolt over here, because the factory one had that. We don't have the ears anymore, because the factory had that. This is the new replacement GM parts you get. They're trash. So they just want you, I think, to get a new vehicle. See, no more window over there. No more window. That helps this whole thing. This window's probably going to rattle. But, you know, it'll work, but it'll rattle. Top dollar for shit. I have to say the suction cup thing's really the way to go. It's really holding it nice. Alright, yeah, they don't give you nuts, but luckily on the old one from the back that broke, because they like to break everything on this thing. This door, I think it was this door, they gotta play with the windows up and down, up and down, up and down, like a little kid, so they break the windows. You don't do that. So we need new nuts, and luckily these nuts, they fit. I think they're M6 by 1. They fit on the bottom post though. So I already had factory ones. I'm gonna put Loctite on all my hardware and even the missing one. Kidding. I thought it was dead. I just didn't have that seated all the way. But you just gotta run it up as tight as you can and tighten these things. And hopefully it will hold. Just remove my suction cups beforehand. Got some music going. Probably get shut down for that. It's not my shit anyway. Alright. I'm not pleased with the quality of this regulator. That's what you get these days. You get dog shit. Let's hit the window, it goes down again. Kind of seems like it's struggling. Maybe it's not quite square. It isn't. It's trying to move on the bottom. You're gonna have to go change your distance. Adjust it with these screws. Son of a bitch. Turn this crap off. Everything on this thing. Garbage. So design changes, which I really don't like. It runs better now though with adjusting and a little grease. That's fine, and the engine's off. A lot of load. But yeah, no this. That's where it failed, obviously. The clamps on, that's are higher quality than the old one as well. I'll probably try to save these clamps. You know what? I don't know. That's what happened over here. I don't know how that wound up like that. That cable broke it. Oh, that's the same one that broke. The end broke on it, and then it just twisted. At least it stayed up though for how long it did. Oh, there's the part that fell off. Another piece. And I lost the bumper. There's a bumper, and like there's some rivet thing on the bottom. I don't know where that came from. Oh, this was the end of the cable that broke off. Okay. We just got a gigantic killer fly in here. Oh, man, come on. Here we go. That's the end of the cable that broke. And yeah, that's how you do it. And here's the old pile of junk. Sorry we didn't show as much as they wanted to because it was going to rain again. This wires is, this cable is just destroyed. But basically what the deal is, you can buy this assembly, like OEM also. It actually has the correct bracket. I found one for like $70. I got this set sent a truck now for $80. And all you gotta do is transfer your motor over. It doesn't have a motor. As you see what happened over here, the cable is just all twisted over here. Somehow it got twisted all around that motor. But this part's probably still good. And this is not. I don't know what happened over here. This broke, and I don't know. These come wound in here, and somehow that came unwound when the cable snapped, which was on this side somewhere, and the piece was inside the door. I might save the metal though. I could in theory use this metal because it has the pulleys already. All you have to do is route it correctly and then pop these clips off. And I could reuse these brackets, but the rest is trash. But that is interesting. That thing is totally jammed up. I just, on the cable, lets go, it winds itself up. Surprised the window stayed up. We'll keep that though, that's a good part. The motor. Siemens, I don't know. From Canada. So yes, if the motor is bad, you can change the motor, and if you want to be cheap, you can just change the regulator assembly with the wires and stuff and cables and springs and pulleys separately if you wish. Only on the front though, the back different.